is late at night before. But yeah, I feel really cool. I just took a bunch of pictures, but the lighting is awful. Like I'm trying with this lamp, but there is something wrong with the thing that like you put the USB plug in, and then you put it into your plug. There is something wrong with it, and the light just stops working. Like it like move it, and then the light will work again. I don't know what is up with it. I have no idea. But yeah, cars. So tonight, I decided to tell you some scary stories. Scary stories. And these are the scary stories that I experienced. Just, my stomach just sounded like a ghost. Okay. That has to be a sign. Like my stomach just sounded like a ghost. It was, ooh. Did you hear it? Oh my gosh. Okay. So I've got like new outfit, new hair, new nails, new makeup, new skull. Everything is new, but it's time for some old stories. Old scary stories. And I encourage you to share your stories with me down below if you've ever experienced something scary, something paranormal. I would love to hear it. So I have a few stories in mind, and I will do some tapping occasionally. So the first story that I would like to tell you is one of the stories that I like to tell people when they ask like something interesting about me. Oh my god, do I have something on my eye? Oh, it's just shine from my eyeliner. It's shiny. Okay. So one thing that I always love telling people, if they ask me like tell me something interesting about you, I love telling them that I almost died when I was 2 years old. I'm gonna grab the microphone. What should we name it? Like, is it a he? I feel like it's a he. I don't know why. Like, what should we name the skull? Like Scully or something like that. I don't know. Okay. So, first story is of me almost dying when I was 2 years old. So what happened was, so I was 2 years old, and when I was 2 years old, I was living in a village. I spent the first 3.5 years of my childhood, like living in a village, and then I moved to town. Now, when I was 2 years old, one day, there was a storm. There was a storm. And the river, because our house was right next to the river had like risen in volume, and it was super fast and super wavy, and muddy, and dirty. It was awful. And then, when the rain stopped, my grandma, rest in peace, it was actually, I really found a day to film this video. Yesterday was her 1 year anniversary since her death. Oh, I love you, Grandma. We went to visit her grave yesterday. She died on the yesterday's day. And I don't know if like some people are making something for her anniversary today. I don't know, but it's her 1 year anniversary, which is crazy because I'm not filming right now, and I had this video planned for today, but I didn't know that her anniversary was gonna be the day before, which is creepy. There's another sign. We got two signs now. First because there were leaves all over the backyard. And I came out with her in my little rubber boots, I guess. And I was running around the backyard, and I was a naughty child, guys. I was naughty. I would run away, like, out of the backyard. They were actually, like, after this happened, they started tying the gates. Like, they was actually, like, tying up the gates so that I couldn't do this again. My grandma was supposed to be watching over me, but she, like, left me, like, out of her eyesight for 1 minute. Just one minute. Or 1 second, I guess. Just a second. And I was gone like that. I was gone. I was nowhere to be found. And she was like, where are you? And she started looking for me all over the backyard. And she could not find me. So she went inside and told my family, like, she disappeared. Dee's gone, she's disappeared. And everyone went outside to try to look for me. And we went all over. They went all over. We had a huge backyard. There was woods. There was a river. There was a creek. There was a pond. There was everything. They just went looking for me, and they could not find me. And then my mom, who was like 8 or 9 months pregnant, like super pregnant with my brother, was running around like super pregnant, looking for me. And then I'm not sure who spotted my footprints next to the river, and everybody was on high alert from then on, because the footprints were going to the river in such a way and just stopping there. Then my mom thought, oh my god, she slipped, because there was slippery mud everywhere. She thought that I slipped and that I fell into the river and drowned, because there was no way that I could survive that. I was a 2-year-old. I was little. I was tiny. I was little. So yeah, and she didn't think that I could survive it, of course. And she got extremely scared. She was super upset. Everyone was alarmed. Everybody was looking for me. And then, like, the whole village was in alert, and they keep telling me this, like, at family gatherings. You know what? How in family gatherings they start like telling stories about you and everything. When you were little, you did this. That this is what they tell me. They retell me the story of me disappearing, and the whole village just looking for me. And then my mom accidentally, just by chance, found me in our neighbor's backyard, and I was in their garage. And I was like, I jumped into a bucket. It was an empty bucket. It had some twigs in it, and I picked up some twigs, and I was playing with the twigs in the bucket. And she told me, like, I found you, but like, I wanted to kill you because you worried me so much. But she was like, she didn't even want to punish me. Like, she didn't even want to spank me. She didn't care. She was just glad that I was alive, because everybody thought I was dead. So yeah. And then, now, why is that so scary, you ask? Because I am telling you, it is a miracle that I lived. Why? Because the only way to get to that garage, to my neighbor's backyard, the only way was via a little bridge that we had, that our neighbors had, a little bridge. This bridge was so thin and so crooked and so wobbly. It had no support, like that you can't like grab anything to go through it. It was like that. It was sideways, like it was, and like the boards were missing. There was like a board here and a board over there, and there was like a 5-foot space in between, and like you had to, I may be exaggerating, but like maybe like 3.5 feet like space, and you had to jump over it. You had to jump over it to get to like the other side. There was absolutely no way in hell that I, as a little 2-year-old, which with little short stubby legs, managed to walk over that bridge, over that crooked, wet, slippery, muddy bridge. There is absolutely no way that I managed to do that, to walk over that bridge and go to that bucket in the brush and play with it. Like, I'm telling you, there was absolutely, it is still a mystery to this day. There was absolutely no way, no way that I managed, like, to get across the bridge. Like, I could not physically jump over the gap in the board. Like, I am telling you, a guardian angel, like, picked me up and carried me over. Like, that is how intense this is. Like, I'm telling you, I'm serious. Like, there is absolutely no way. It is still unexplainable to this day how I managed to get across that bridge. Like, really, it is unexplainable. Like, I remember that bridge was there for a long time. I remember being like 12 years old and struggling to get across that bridge. Like, struggling because it was crooked and it just happened to be raining that day too, that I remember. And I was struggling, and now I was tall enough to reach a beam that they had put up so I can hold on to it. Like, I barely got across it, barely. And there is absolutely no way that I managed to do it when I was 2 years old. Like, when I tell you that it is literally a total mystery, it is completely unexplainable how I managed to get across that bridge. Yeah, and I'm still somehow miraculously alive, which is like, that is absolutely insane. But yeah, so that was the first story. The first story, the first story, the first story, the first story. And yeah, so the second story that I remember, there was one time, I was maybe 8 or 9 when I was younger, like 5 or 6 or 8, around that age somewhere. I don't remember exactly. I would say that I was like 6 or 7 to be like narrow it down. I would say that I was around that age. One night. Oh, it was a night. I'm sorry. One day. It was a day. It was daytime. It was like the afternoon. And my mom and I were at home. We were the only ones at home. There was nobody else. We were the only ones that were at home. And we were in the living room. And I was sitting on the couch. I was doing something. I was playing. I think I was playing. And she was sitting at the table studying, because at that time she went to like the highest school that you can go to. Like, it was like a super high school. Like, she was going at that time. She was going at, I don't know, it's like the university or something. I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah, she was studying. She was sitting at the table and she was studying. And I was sitting on the couch. And we're the only ones home. Only the two of us were home. And all of a sudden, we heard footsteps, and a door creak. So, footsteps and a door creak. Footsteps, like a few footsteps and a door creak. A few footsteps and a door creak. And I just looked at my mom and went, "Mom, is someone else in the house?" And she was like, "No, there's nobody else in the house. There's nobody else in the house. We're alone." And we just heard, and guess where? Guess where we heard those footsteps? Right here, right in this room where I am now. Like, my room where I'm filming right now, that's where we heard the footsteps. And I'm filming here in the dark, and I'm not afraid of my room. Also, I have mirrors next to me. And I have a mirror. I have a two-sided mirror that's facing another mirror, and it's been said that when you have a mirror facing another mirror, you're creating a portal. You're creating a portal for spirits and demons to come. I don't really believe in that, but I don't know. I am kind of superstitious, but I don't really believe something that's like super irrational that I don't believe. However, I do believe that there was someone in the house that day, because so we were sitting there and I was so scared. Mom was like, "No, we were the only ones in the house." And there was footsteps, and a door creaking. And I was like, "Mom, like, what was that? Like, we're the only ones in the house. Who was that?" And my mom just randomly goes, "Today is the anniversary of your great grandma's death. I was like, what? And she's like, yeah. And I think that might have been her. I 100% believed that that was actually her. That was actually her. So on the anniversary of my great grandma's death, now my great grandma died when my mom was pregnant with me. She died only a few months before I was born, and I felt so bad because she just missed me. Basically, she didn't get to meet me, and I didn't get to be held by her, and I felt so bad. And I remember the first time I ever saw her picture, I cried. Yeah, and it made me want to cry even before I found out she was on the picture. Yeah, it was very sad. It was very sad. It was very sad, but yeah, I do believe that was her. And like, we've never experienced anything like this before or since that. It was only that one occasion, and it was just happened to be on the anniversary of her death. Yeah, just that day. It was absolutely insane. But yeah, and it was creepy. I haven't experienced anything paranormal since, except for one thing that I think now it could be a paranormal event, or it could have just been a reflex. But I remember when I was younger, like I'm talking like 15, 16, maybe even more recently than that, maybe like 18 or 19 actually, 18, 19. I had developed the habit, which I still have. Yeah, it was definitely more recent. It was definitely like when I was like 19. I've developed the habit of watching TV before bed and then falling asleep to the TV. And thankfully, like that TV right there, thankfully my TV has an option that it shuts itself off after you don't touch a button in 2 hours. 2 hours. So if I don't touch it in 2 hours, it will shut itself off. So it would not be on the whole night. Thank God I have that option on my TV, because I would have a habit. I would have a habit of falling asleep with my TV on. And my mom started noticing that I've been doing that, and she would come into my room at night and she would shut off the TV for me. And she told me one day, listen, if you do it one more time, if I catch you one more time, I will, like, I'm shutting the TV off and I'm taking it away from the and there's not gonna be no TV. And I got so scared because I really hate going to bed and just going to bed right away. I need to watch TV before bed. Like, I hate going to bed just like, I feel my eyes are so asymmetrical. Like, this lid is not, I don't know if this eye is bigger than that. I don't know. Anyways. So yeah, my mom warned me and said, if I catch you falling asleep and leaving the TV on just one more time, no more TV. And I got scared and I was like, okay, tonight I need to be careful. Like, as soon as I start feeling sleepy, I'm going to shut the TV off. So I was determined to do that. And then guess what? I ended up falling asleep. To my TV, and I was turned around, and I could have sworn that I felt someone tap my shoulder.